I'm at Summerlin Key, Middle Key, one of the most heavily damaged parts of Florida. And I've been busy this week along with a whole lot of other pilots and other volunteers getting a sense of what it is that general aviation can do in a situation like this to make a big difference.
We landed in Lakeland, where the Sun and Fun grounds became our base of operations. Aero Bridge and Operation Airdrop were on scene, helping to match up the needs on the ground with the capabilities of the volunteer pilots and aircraft. In Ocala, a semi full of medicine, water, and other supplies was waiting for us.
We're going to load these 4 airplanes up with much critically needed supplies, and we're going to get these 4 airplanes headed back south.
We didn't make it to the Keys that first day, just back to Lakeland, where volunteers from a local university were waiting to load up a trailer and get things moving farther down the line. Meanwhile, 2 rental trucks driven by AOPA staffers were headed to Florida. AOPA had put out a call for donations to the Frederick community, and they came rolling in to the National Aviation Community Center. By the second day, our mission was better defined. Stockpile needed supplies in Homestead and then move them to the cutoff communities in the Florida Keys. First stop, Sugarloaf Key, where the local police officer said they really needed food. We had about 1,000 pounds of food and needed items and easily got our aircraft into the narrow, private strip. Then over to Summerlin Key, another private strip.
Our first response that we dropped in right when we got here, people started kind of coming out of the woodwork like it wasn't a city in the United States. And
Peter Burwell flew his caravan down from Minnesota to help out.
There was a guy in a pickup driving on this road right here that was handing out water and food, and people were coming out, hey, do you have food? Do you have food? Do you have water? And then that's when it kind of hit that these people haven't had any of this stuff for the last few days, and really highlighted the need for general aviation to start moving supplies in here.
And move supplies he did.
I'm probably just short of 10,000 pounds of food, water, generators, gas, baby diapers, hygiene, sanitary things. We just keep dropping it in from all the donations from around the country.
Back in Homestead, our trucks picked up more donated supplies and later delivered them to the Keys after pushing through some official red tape.
So if we can guarantee that you guys get insulin on your plane, and we know within a few hours it's going to be in St. Croix, that's going to potentially save someone's life today. So
AOPA's CJ3 dispatched on a life-saving mission to St. Croix in the U.S. Virgin Islands. In addition to the insulin, more than $300,000 worth of antibiotics. The return flight evacuated stranded U.S. citizens. And the cycle repeats. Find a need that only GA aircraft can fill, and go do it.
So ironically, this small private airport, Summerlin Key, has become a center for relief efforts because the military and others have taken over the large public airports and basically shut off access to a lot of the relief efforts from the civilian world. So general aviation's had a real impact and kind of going in the nooks and crannies, making a difference here. And Mark Baker's been here all week, kind of helping with that, but also trying to clean up his place.
Well, using the couple private airports that do exist here right now is early relief and assess the damage. And we've been bringing people in and generators in and ice and water in as well. The military seems to be doing a pretty good job in Marathon and Key West, but in the Middle Keys here, where there's a lot of damage, they're focusing their interest primarily in those 2 places, which makes sense. So general aviation is standing up here. We've got everything from a couple of caravans to Pilatus to Bonanzas and 182s, bringing stuff in and out of this airport and a couple of the others.
So that's the story from Florida for now. Lots more to be done here. Plenty of opportunities for people to come down and participate, particularly labor needed right now to help clean up.